What up, what up?
Alrighty, what up? I had to make sure everything's set up right.
I think you'll appreciate my hat today. It is oddly patriotic. So
What is
I got one thing and one thing only from the Ryder Cup today, and that is a
nice?
USA official team hat.
Yeah, that's really cool.
I fucking love, and it actually comes with a so they had hats for like
Wow.
Bethpage Black and the Ryder Cup, but anything that was like official Team USA stuff, they gave like a USA pin with it as well. So your
Oh
boy
wow.
is
Okay.
decked out and ready, and it felt like I was semi at a Trump rally, but at the same time, I'm not gonna stop cheering on my country just because a few people want to ruin the flag. So like, dude, it was great. Ryder
Where are they
Cup,
playing it at?
Bethpage Black, one of the hardest
Is
public golf courses in all the United States, and it's in New York's
hmm.
backyard. Dude, it was so
Oh,
fun.
nice.
They had a celebrity all-star match this morning, which pitted like eight
Yeah.
American players against eight European players, but all celebrities. And it was Colin Jost from SNL and Eli Manning in the first group.
Nice.
And Eli, on the hole that we're on, hits his iron like into the fescue, like on the left side, but like right
Yeah.
by where we're standing. So he comes up to grab his ball, and dude next to me immediately charts with, Peyton hit it to 5 feet yesterday. The fuck you doing? I was like, oh, this is great. This is,
Jeez.
and it's like, this is their quarterback too. And somebody looked at me. He's like, I'm a
Yeah.
Jets fan. I don't give a fuck. And I was like, this is great. I love this. Oh, it's hitting,
Bro, they started quick.
dude. It was quiet today though. It was just practice round, so it wasn't like a lot of like people really being rowdy with
Mhm.
it yet. But it's gonna be loud come Friday, like
Oh yeah.
really loud, and it's so much fun. The grandstands on just 1 and 18 probably house like 10,000 people. It's absurd,
That makes sense.
dude. It's so nuts. Like there's so much money. They're estimating, I think, is like in just value for the city of Farmingdale, like the area around Bethpage, $160 million of value over 3 days of the official tournament. Let alone,
Mhm.
or I think 5 days. That it's like
That's insane.
it's nuts, but it's so well oiled. Like we came from Jersey over there entirely on public
Mhm.
transit. Everything was clocked down to a T. Like you got there without issue.
Nice.
The merch tent is basically a football field and a half in length, and
That's
just
crazy.
goes and goes. And I'm sitting there, I'm looking at all the merch, and like I was thinking back to like World's Finals, so like the Riot merch that they have, and I'm like, bro, I have so much shit I can buy here relative to what you got. Now, granted, the amount
Yeah.
of people going in is obviously different. They have close to like 150, 200,000 people coming through that
Yep.
venue over the course of a week. So like obviously they're going to sell a lot more, and everybody's buying something. But like it made me realize how much Riot needs to step up at international events, like their official like League of Legends merch offering and like World's Finals merch offering, because they offer a few things, but like not like that.
Yeah. No, that well, Riot always has had a problem with merch. Like even the what is it called? The store. Like you can barely buy stuff for your favorite champ, bro.
Yep,
If you wanted like a t-shirt for your favorite champ, it's kind of been weird.
yep.
But
I even know.
yeah, I don't know. They for some reason just trolled so hard.
Oh,
I feel bad because what?
no, I was gonna say what is there a part of the army that's called like the golden something that does like Scott like they
Golden Knights?
yeah the Golden Knights were there. They jumped out of planes like carrying the flags and like brought the American and European flags down.
I mean, that's like our mascot name for the
Really?
sports teams. Yeah,
Oh, I knew it was
the
Army because
Army Golden Knights.
the person that came up and was like explaining shit as they're jumping out of the plane coming down
Or
was Army Staff Sergeant. But
let me make sure. It is, yeah.
okay,
No, I'm. Mm, no, it's Black Knights. Okay.
the Golden Knights might be
And
a
what is Golden Knights?
I don't know.
Army Golden Knights, you said?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, here we go. The Army Golden Knights are the United States Army's elite parachute team.
Yeah,
Cool.
that's what it was. So they parachuted down holding the American and European flags and brought them to the venue to like
That's cool.
kick it off. We were a little scared that Trump was going to be there with the amount of security, but he's only going to be there on Friday apparently.
Oh, okay. Interesting. I
So.
mean, it seems like a good use of time. But I shouldn't have said
I'm
that.
not going to fault. I will say I enjoy whenever presidents go to sporting events, regardless of what political party. I
Yeah,
like
yeah.
when Obama went to the Final Four. Like Trump being at a golf tournament makes sense. I just
Well,
don't. I don't want to be in the fucking same room as him.
it's in
Like,
line with what I'm doing this weekend. I mean, because that's what I was gonna say. I feel bad about was I'll probably miss this weekend's game because I forgot it's Bama Georgia.
oh well, you're
But
only
the
going to miss
only
Saturday.
time, yeah, the only time we can have you, you, Mo, and Aries playing is that day. And to be honest, I would rather sacrifice. I feel like our team has better supports subs
Then
than
mid or jungle
mid
subs.
lane subs.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, if we're gonna risk it, I was like, we're not risking our three best players right now who are playing well. Like I was like, and I could be there, but it's just you know how it is.
Yeah, you'll be paying
Bama
attention to the
Georgia's
game.
big one every year.
Is Bama Georgia
Like
late and then
it's a
Penn?
7:30
Okay,
start.
Penn State Oregon is what time? 4:30, I'm assuming, or 3:30.
I don't know. It's a good question.
Because that's like, let's be honest, that's the biggest game of the weekend, like without question. Like even though Bama Georgia is like big, Penn State Oregon
Yeah.
is the game. I'm assuming they're in Happy
It's
Valley,
also
right?
7:30.
Oh,
Whoa.
oh. So one's ESPN,
Whoa.
one's Fox. Then
I'm sure.
yeah,
It says FB.
so they're definitely in Penn State, I think, for that game, right? And is it Bama or
Yeah.
Georgia for you guys?
NBC. Interesting. I forgot NBC bought the owns the rights to late night
Oh yeah,
Big Ten games.
yeah.
That's why Fox always does those big noon
The big
kickoff
noon
games
Yeah,
where they'll have Ohio State playing somebody good at noon and everyone's like, why? And it's because NBC owns that late game.
Hmm.
It's in Georgia, yeah.
Okay, so it's
I
in
mean,
Georgia.
my guess is Georgia, Bama will get more views, but Penn State, Oregon is technically better teams.
I think you're sleeping on how many views Penn State Oregon's gonna get.
I think you can get a lot. It's just that Georgia's gotten, I mean, the bandwagon's gotten huge. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So people tune in, but
that's
maybe
fair.
not. Because I mean, last year I was trying to think of the game. Georgia Bama was like the most watched most of the year.
Yeah, I think it was.
But
Oh,
I mean,
we'll
it doesn't really matter. They're gonna split hairs. They're each gonna get like 14 million, and people are gonna be like, one edged out the other. One will get like 12, the other will get 14, and people will be like, it's clear the other is dead,
Yeah.
and it'll be stupid. Like they'll both actually kill. But yeah, I completely forgot when I was scheduling the game that I was scheduling it for that, and I'd already told my dad I would come over and they were making food, and I was like, well, if you guys absolutely need me, I'll show up.
Yep.
But if not, I mean, odds are, to be honest, anyways, this team's like the best team in our division. We just need one win to keep.
Keep the
Fourth.
momentum going. I mean,
Yeah,
we'll see.
I think
will
we
see.
can still do it though because we're playing pretty cracked right now.
I mean, we
Ain't
probably
gonna
should
lie.
actually scout for this game. Like actually try
Oh,
and
yeah,
like come
for
up
sure.
with bands that we wanna have.
Yeah,
So I don't
I
know.
think so.
I'm excited for it. I gotta play games. Probably Friday night. Tomorrow I gotta do the pit, so I'm not gonna be able to play many games. But Friday I'm gonna try and play a little bit before Saturday. Also, it'll help pass the time because I just want finals weekend to get here already. I am so ready for this weekend. Sad, but like ready. Let me ask you this.
We need it bad.
Do you think it's gonna be? How do you think tickets are gonna be? Do you think it's gonna be sold out?
Mm.
Yeah, it's only 7,000 seats.
Finals? I Hmm. Honestly, I'm gonna say no. I doubt it. Well, yes for day one, no for day two.
I think day two will be more sold out than day one.
Because of Brazil. I
All
think
right,
when
I don't
Brazil
think
gets
many
back.
Brazilian fans are gonna turn up
You
because
don't
of
think
it.
so?
The more I thought about it, the less I was convinced because of current immigration issues that we have and the fact that it's in Texas. Yeah, I see it being an issue. So I don't think we get all that many Brazilians. I think it's going to be entirely reliant on Sunday to carry us, and that's assuming that it's
Mm.
100 Thieves versus FlyQuest, which, I mean, I'll just ask you straight up now so we can spend as no all disrespect to Brazil, as little time as possible on it. Do you think that 100 Thieves loses to VKS?
No.
Do you think they drop a game?
No.
Is there anything about that series that you think is worth talking about between the matchup of the two, separate from individual opinions on 100 Thieves?
About that game, that series?
That
No,
specific
not
series.
really.
Okay, so I just
No.
wanted to,
They're
before
probably
I
gonna
move
kill him.
on, because I got comments again this week of like, oh, you're really disrespecting and underserving Brazil and VKS in this situation. I was like, you told me the same fucking thing last week, and look at what happened. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I think it's a 3-0 again.
Yeah,
So,
they might get a game.
a game.
Like that's best.
But even then, I
Best case
don't think they
scenario
do.
for them.
I think if you want a good finals, it has to be a 3-0, in my opinion. The only way that FlyQuest and 100 Thieves is close is if 100 Thieves is able to put FlyQuest or put VKS away, which I think happens.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
now that we
Oh,
got
yeah.
that out of the way. Okay. 100 Thieves FlyQuest, how you feeling?
I mean, that also just kind of feels like FlyQuest wins that.
Really?
I think so at this point. I don't know if 100 Thieves can really muster up what it would take.
What would it take in your mind? What do we have to do?
Think like Quid in River just have to go even a level beyond of what they've been doing.
Which can
And
happen in big stages.
it can. I think Dokla would just have to kind of keep doing what he's doing and neutralizing. But bot lane, I mean, I think your bot lane could stabilize simply because Masu isn't playing that well. I just don't know if River and Quid can. The problem is Quid can definitely beat Quad. Inspire's just playing really well.
Yeah.
And Busio's been doing really well too, obviously. Like, he moves really well out of that lane. Like, they know, you can tell they know Masu is playing bad because they just abandon him and let it be. Like, they play like they don't even need to get the ADC going that bad. Which, I mean, is impressive that they pull it off so much.
Look, I can't fully argue against what you're saying. Obviously, like I think anybody with half a brain, and you take out my bias, is probably going to predict this series to be 3-1 FlyQuest. They will give 100 Thieves the courtesy game, especially given how the last series went, and assume that they'll be able to take a game off of them. I know Inspired is an X factor for sure, and River has a history of choking at finals and not playing quite well. I just like, personally, what Dokla and FBI bring to the final stage. And I mean, you know as damn well as anybody that I was highly critical of FBI specifically on the big stage for a while. Like there were times there, especially after 2021 and 2022, where it was like, can this guy actually perform on the big stage at all? And then we saw what happened in 2023 and he stepped up. Dokla is going to be one where a lot of people look at and be like, okay, I've seen everybody, like I watched the LTA report earlier and they're like, oh, Whippo's going to be an X factor. Have we not seen Dokla like nullifying everybody? And we've seen him do it on the biggest stages. What makes you think that he can't do it again there? I get Whippo's going to come out potentially angry, potentially hungry because of the ban and the suspension. But I don't see why you don't look at that and say, no, Dokla can probably keep doing the things that he was doing. The only question mark in my mind is Quid. I think this entire series comes down to his ability to lock in and play the game that he normally does, if not elevated, because I think he does have to be elevated a little bit on that stage to win it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what it would require. And if he can, it's 3-200 Thieves.
Through 200 Thieves. Yeah. If they do all the things you said and it all works out, I agree.
I mean, we nearly
Like,
had a
that would
series where
be-
they did that, no?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you did. I, yeah, I mean, in that perfect world, yeah, there's a chance. I think it's just like one of those things where it's easier to take the FlyQuest route because it's the easy one. And we know that they've been just beating everybody all year. And 100 Thieves has had magic, but I feel like this is what the magic is. Like, this is kind of where it
Stops.
finishes, you know?
Yeah.
And it's hard to see Quid stepping up on a big stage. Every time there's a crowd, he disappears.
There was a crowd this past week. There was a crowd the week that they eliminated
Yeah,
you guys. And he's only
yeah, those
besides
crowds weren't as
he's
crazy though.
only
This is a
besides
lot
that
bigger.
he's only played in that once.
Yeah,
The
that's true.
Worlds
I guess
doesn't
he
count.
has
He was at the
kind of
LEC
shown he can
studio.
get rid of them.
He had,
Yeah.
this is the Quid argument, okay? I've been preaching this for a long time. You get this man into a situation a second time, he
Yeah.
doesn't make the same mistakes as the first. That pattern has held true all the way up until now. I do not see a reason to believe that it won't continue now.
That's fair.
Because of that, if he steps up, we got a series. We absolutely have a series on our hands.
Yeah. I could see that. I mean, there's definitely there's a possibility. I do agree with what John's saying though. The gap between Quid and Quad just isn't enough for him to fully carry that.
I don't think he needs to. I think
Like-
FBI can step up on that stage as well and equal Masu. I don't think it has to be
Yeah.
all Quid, but I think Quid, put it this way, Quid has to be above Quad for sure, but it's not entirely on his shoulders to win it. I just think he needs to be fit 10% better. And then the rest of the team do what they've been doing, and we can come together as a team and beat them.
If there is a difference, or okay, if FlyQuest has the money and nobody else is spending, like we are kind of seeing rumors of, and FlyQuest is the only one that actually wants to pay him, do you think there's a chance that they would take Quid
Yeah. Yeah.
to bump Quad?
Without a doubt. Not a
This
single
could be like Quad could be playing for his job right here, like for staying there locked.
If I'll put it
I
this way,
feel like it is pretty clear he's the weakest of that bunch.
I would put him and Masu on the same level personally. This split, which I don't think is like
equal to
astronomically
Moscow
low.
Is he's not a import. I think that's what helps him a lot.
Oh
the
yeah,
fact he's down.
100%. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think if
That
100
makes
if 100
him-
Thieves wins, do not be surprised when FlyQuest or the bag of Quid. Do not be surprised about that at all.
Yeah. I mean, they can stick it out with Quad if we're being real, because
Good.
if Quid doesn't go to FlyQuest, he probably goes to Europe or Korea, and because of the money, and the mid lane pool in NA is going to be so weak-ish that you're fine.
I mean, I'll worry about that later, but I still think TL
I know.
stands a chance.
I know.
I want to focus on the hype of this weekend before we worry about where
Yeah,
fully
that's true.
he's
My
going.
bad.
No, you're good.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah,
wanted to focus on
I
the
got a
hype.
little ahead of myself. But I just think, I mean, mainly, I guess this is jumping it a bit or moving the conversation a little.
That's fine.
But I'm very curious, and because you mentioned hype, so it made me think about it. If those LCS things we're seeing on Twitter are to be believed and naming conventions are to be believed, just from the guy who posted in Was it yours? I mean, I saw
let me
it
give
in
context.
Discord.
I think his name is Joko Lowell,
Okay.
who is a part of the CB Lowell scene. When he tweeted it, I didn't know who he was. I looked up. He's got like 140,000 subs on YouTube,
Yeah.
140,000 followers on Twitter. He like this guy's legitimately part of the CB Lowell scene. He tweeted out that CB Lowell is reportedly, or he's heard from inside sources that CB Lowell is coming back next year, which would assumedly mean that the LCS is also coming back next year. Now,
Yeah.
when that gets announced, I've been very vocal over the last 2 days of saying that better fucking happen at finals. If you know that you're going back to the LCS, you better announce that at finals. You need any sort of positive momentum to go. But I want to let you make your point. That got all the information out there that people need to know.
No, yeah, I just mean that crowd pop is gonna be crazy if that happens.
Do you think it's actually going to get a crowd pop, though?
I would hope so. I think if you're somebody who loves North American League of Legends, that you would cheer for that because that's probably one of the big changes that needs to happen to move us back into growing again.
So I agree. Obviously, I've been pushing for it.
Yeah.
The second I saw that tweet, reality started kicking in for me really fucking quick, which was I got excited and I immediately thought whenever I went to tweet out, if I show just excitement, like we have to be very careful with how we handle this situation as fans, because you absolutely want to cheer it on and show that we support the LCS and that coming back. At the same time, we need to make it very fucking clear that Riot does not get away with just acting like this year didn't happen. Like, that's my worry is like, yes, I want a pop if the LCS does come back. I want that crowd like scream if it returns. But I also want people to like, I'll be honest, I wouldn't mind a fuck you Riot chant afterwards, like to follow that up. Like I'm thinking about I'm thinking about how Call of Duty would handle this. Like if Call of Duty announced that the CWL was coming back and like Open Circuit was coming back, the first thing that would happen is people would cheer and scream, and it would immediately be followed up with a fuck you or some fuck off Activision chant in some way, shape, or form. 100% would happen. And I want that same level of disdain to exist in this moment where we can be happy that the LCS is back and celebrate it. But we have a ton of fucking problems now to deal with because of this single year and your horrible choices that you made that led us into this in the first place. That just changing our name doesn't fully solve, but it absolutely gets us back on the right track. But you got to be fucking held accountable for changing this in the first place.
Yeah. I mean, that is true. You do. Is it... I guess it's okay to chant them like that, but I don't know if it really matters at this point because if they're doing the right thing, do you want to start screaming at them?
Yes, you got to be held accountable. Yes.
I mean, yes, but is that the play? I feel like that's not really the timing. I feel like you would do it before they announce it, not after they say we're bringing it back.
You're not wrong. Yeah, it probably should happen first. Okay, if they announce it this weekend, when do you think it happens? Like, when do you think they do it? Do they do it end of show? Do they do it like...
I would think that's a finals day thing.
Well, okay. To be clear, any announcements that come, I think, are going 100% going to be a finals day thing. But it's just like, where do you place that at finals? Because people will start tuning out after this.
I think you do the FU Riot chant like Saturday.
Yeah.
That's like you're just dogging on them the first day, which makes sense to me. And you are right, like it holds them accountable, lets them know everybody's mad. And then Sunday when they kind of right the ship, I think it's better. Because like there's not much else we can... The funny thing is they're so bad at monetization, there's not really a way to boycott them. Like, because
we can't not spend money because we're already not spending money.
Yeah, there's no way to not spend money. It's not like a TV thing, you know, where you can try to, do something. I don't want to mention them because you're so close there, but that was the first thing that popped into my head.
No, it's fair. I can generally say it.
I guess thinking of like a Spotify thing, like this is a reach back into the day because I don't know of anything better off the top of my head. But like when Joe Rogan goes to Spotify, you
Yep.
can cancel your Spotify thing, move to Apple Music, easy fix, right?
Yep.
Completely fixes that, changes where your money's going. But with like Riot, it's like I don't know. What do you what do you do to get back at them? I just continue being one of the 60,000 people left on Twitch who watches this thing. Like that's I could stop watching, but at this point, what is it gonna do? Like
Um,
I don't know. So it's like, okay, screw you guys. I want you to fix this, but also let's pray that you like make the right decisions going forward because bringing back LCS will be big. It will be
yes.
good. But it is the first step. And they love stopping at the first step and being like,
That's what I'm
eh,
so fucking terrified of. It's like, oh
yeah,
great, the LCS is back. If the formats and everything else remain the same, that name change means nothing.
yeah,
Nothing at all. So like you gotta play this smart if you're right. Like the big thing that I just want to like make
yeah,
clear is you need to bring excitement for 2026. Like that is your sole job to close out this show on Sunday. Assuming finals is hype. If finals is not hype, that's a whole other issue to worry about. Then it's like, oh god, that's not good. You hope for
that's
a
cooked.
yeah. You hope for a good final, okay? And from there, you need to give people a reason to tune back in 3 months. And
Yep.
it's to me it's got to be more than just the name change. Like the name change is a great start, but you need some other promise to make people like to get people to realize that or not realize to get people to like understand that you actually have changed. It's on Riot to show us that they understand the mistakes they made and are going to learn from it. And you have to be honestly humble about like not I don't want to say humiliate yourself. We don't need a humiliation ritual up there of them
Yeah.
just like Mark Z
No,
like sitting down taking a
no.
fucking lashing. Like we don't need that. But
Yeah.
like you need to give people something.
God, no. No. Because that would be awful. I mean, Buppo would want to go way too far with it, 100%, and it would be terrible. But it would just be so bad. But it just is one of those things where they just need to be like it does have to be Mark Z, and he has to be
Has to be.
honest,
Yep.
and he has to be like, hey, this past year we tried something, obviously didn't work. Um, Even worse, it crushed viewership in a way that kind of sucks, and maybe they should be open about that because I know a lot of people are like would say you don't mention it, but in this case you might need to.
I think it's worth
Like you
them doing
might
it.
need to
Yeah.
just be yeah, you might need to be honest because like they need to mention like perfect world, right? Like LTA report was saying is like he comes out and goes, "We're doing road shows and all this stuff."
More games, more
But
road shows, more teams was there.
what epiphany did you
Yep.
just have?
I got the chant.
What is it?
Fire need 'em.
Mm, that's a good one.
Shout out to the
That's
beans
a
in
good one.
chat. That's it. That's 100. That is
That is a
absolutely
good one.
because we know for a fact that John Needham was the one that made the call that we had to
Yep.
swap to this system. Fire
Yeah,
Needham is a
that is a good one.
amazing chance to have in that moment to show your disdain for the changes that were made
Good job,
while
Pete.
then allowing the LCS afterwards to prosper. That is
Beans good.
yes.
Yeah. Also, on the topic of merch, real quick, I just have to plug this cup because I bought it and I love it.
Oh
The
boy.
fact that Disney sold this at one of their restaurants, like quick service, it's an alien Toy Story sipper that lights up on the top, crushes me. This is why when I'm like, right, come on. I'm telling you, when I go there and there's anything I can imagine that is merch that I think in my head, would I even want that? I see it and I can buy it. And then I go and look at Riot's store, and they're like, we sell like 2 T-shirts and a plushie ball, like stress ball. It's like, okay, bro, come on.
Yep.
That's why, like, I don't know. I did just come back from like the world of merch and the
Yeah.
place that does it best.
Oh no, I
But
I can promise you, the golf industry does it
yeah,
even better. They really do.
do they?
Go to a go to a
Good.
golf tournament one of these times. You will not like you
Mhm.
will understand. Disney, I don't know how much I can say on this, but I'm just gonna say this anyways. Disney like obviously very carefully curates the products that they have available to you. Uh Golf is just like, hey, we're gonna plaster a bunch of shit on shirts,
Yeah.
on hats, on hoodies, on flags. We're gonna like
Yep.
plaster everything, and we're gonna give you. Here's the kicker: we're gonna give you 12 different color options, and you're gonna want all of them.
That
So
is
it's like
amazing.
the diversity of apparel is
Mhm.
so stupid compared to anywhere else.
That is amazing. That's pretty much how my experience has been with the Final Four.
Yeah.
Like they just do the shops like that. They probably don't do the amount of colors you're talking
Oh,
about. 'Cause
dude,
it
it's
sounds like golf
insane.
just
It's
gives you range.
insane. Oh, they do. And what's better is that everything is separated out men's and women's. So for
Hmm.
all the diversity you have for men's, you can get equally as diverse shit for women's. It's unreal.
Yeah.
Let alone the stuff that you can actually get for your bag. Bags themselves, covers, putter covers, towels. Like it's
Jeez.
unreal. The accessory game is unreal.
Dang. Man, that's tough. Golf has that. I'm sitting here pushing Disney merch, and then with League, we're just like, hey, we should chant Fire John because it's all we got right now.
I mean, I've got two Titleist hats,
That is
similar in like black and
awesome.
white. They have a red, they have a blue, they have a gray, they have an
Oh,
orange, uh, they have like there's a custom purple one that you can buy that you can like order on their site that's separate from everything else. And this is just standard with FootJoy and Pro V1. You know what you can also do? You can get the same hat, but with the logoing for the Ryder Cup on the side in all the same colors. You can get the same
that
hat with
is
the
cool.
same thing with Bethpage Black, the golf course on the side, all in the same color.
Dang.
Like it's like, and it's one small tweak, and it's like, and you sit there in the clubhouse, and it's like, fuck, I want a blue hat, but I don't know which of these three blue hats. And then
Yeah.
there's the same hat, but instead of Titleist, it's an American flag, or it's USA, or it's anything.
Yep.
It's like, dude, you're overwhelmed by the amount of choices that you have there.
Yep.
And they still all sell out.
Yep. That's how you do it. Yeah, I'm dying that they don't have more merch there. I mean, I'm hoping that the fan booths can sell or something, and
Teams aren't going
maybe
to have
that
all that
ups the
much.
merch game. But yeah, it's tough. I mean, we haven't even have we talked since we figured out TL's not even going?
Did we? Did we talk about that last week at all?
I don't
Let
know
me
if we
let me
have.
check the timeline from last week. I don't know if we did. That's a great question.
That's crazy, John. You said most league players are like 13. Golf is a medium to high income thing
Okay,
or
he
hobby. But
is
I will
not wrong
say,
about that. But kids will use their mom's credit card.
league is aging up though,
Yes,
and they haven't tried to like attack that at all. Like league has aged up, and you would think they would be like, oh man, league has aged up to the level of semi-disposable income, and they're not even trying to push it. I feel like.
we did talk about Team Liquid not at finals last week.
Okay, we did. All
Yeah,
right.
we did.
Okay, good deal.
I was gonna say that felt like an old enough headline. That, dude,
It
no one.
was pretty
I
old.
100% agree with like the demographic of League is definitely aging, and I that's why I appreciate FlyQuest doing like the Von Dutch shit because like
Hmm.
it's a little bit more adult oriented to go fashion forward on that sense, and
Yeah,
I'm glad they're trying it, but at the same time, like also give me the dad rock like sports attire,
yeah. A
like
champion, a champion long sleeve is not a crime. It's actually just nice for people to
A,
be able to buy a champion
a
long sleeve
basic
or
pullover
any
hoodie,
brand.
like
Yeah,
something
yeah,
that I can wear into the office with your branding on it,
yep.
like that I can
Oh, I
wear.
didn't know TL will be doing a giveaway. That's cool.
We'll be doing a giveaway. I mean,
Good.
good.
At least they're doing
Something,
something.
something. Yeah.
I know it's not
It's
everything,
you know.
but we've already bullied them,
Yep, we
and they're
have.
doing something. We'll let them be.
Yes. This
Riot,
is
I
we
think we
got our
can
fuck you
continue to
need 'em
bully.
chant,
Yeah,
or we
yeah,
got our fire need 'em chant
yeah,
out there. All right.
yeah.
And now we praise for the LCS announcement. We praise Team
Yes.
Liquid for doing the giveaway.
Now, if they don't do the LCS announcement, I think that place gets
Oh, it gets
wild.
hostile. I'll be honest with like I
It's
would
gonna get loud.
if in a world where FlyQuest like 3-0's 100 Thieves and then you just end the show. Oh
Oh man.
God. Oh God. Like I'm it's gonna be bad.
Honestly, I know they can't do it because 100 Thieves is there, so it makes it harder. But if they weren't, I think they should drop the new team.
Honestly, I'm down. I like
I
I say
think you
this
should
as
just, yeah,
one of
do
the
it
biggest
anyways.
100 Thieves fans out there. Drop it anyways. Tell people.
Yeah.
Like that's like again, if you're trying to excite people for 2026, like have the announcement of like who's coming in and let them introduce themselves and like spend this off
Yep.
season now like working to like introduce everybody to their team and allow like because this is a really important thing here. Why announcing that team would be big now is because that team can go through the full content gauntlet of reacting to world stuff. You can, if you want
True.
to experience worlds
True.
through the lens of that new team and the creators they have and the owners that they have, they could be reacting to the world songs. They could be talking about games each and every day, like watching it with everybody and being like, hey, if you want to come join our community, watch this and like chill, like we're going to set that tone now. And then we're also going to be building our roster on the side and we'll give you updates as we go. And like
Yep.
continuously pump out that information. But then you're involved with the league ecosystem entirely. Absolutely. Announce it this weekend. 100%. That might be like
Yeah.
I don't know when the right
No,
time
that
to
is.
announce that one is. Especially like, okay, here's my thing. You can't do it if 100 Thieves wins.
Yeah, I guess
You
can if
can't
they
do it
win.
then. So what I think you do potentially is you just casually drop that one at the beginning of the weekend and be like, hey, and like, or even better, watching our game this week, you do like one of the crowd shots and like, oh, who's this? This is this person. What are they saying? We're gonna be in the LTA next year, and you do like a quick brand reveal.
Boom.
Back
That's
to
good.
your thing. So it's subtle, like it gets the announcement out there, but it doesn't take away the attention from finals. It just shows like, hey, they're there, they're the new owners, they're gonna be chilling.
I feel like it would also build some buzz in the arena.
Yeah.
Like it builds some buzz because you can't sit there and act like, oh, the place is gonna be full of 100 Thieves fans, like for very much longer.
Okay,
Pretty
for
much,
longer, yeah. Because
there could be 100 Thieves fans there filling it up. I get that. I'm just saying there. This is it. Like give them something to think about, kinda, or mull over after if they win or lose. They have something else.
I got a prediction for this weekend. I think there's going to be more people cheering for 100 Thieves than FlyQuest.
Well, yeah, they're the underdog.
So here's the thing. Had the Blippo comments not happened, I think because FlyQuest is once again doing their, hey, give us your old jersey, throw it away, and we'll give you like a discount towards apparel or like something towards a new jersey. You would have had a bunch of 100 Thieves fans trading in their jerseys for a FlyQuest jersey. They would have absolutely used it because they're not going to use it next year. So people 100% would have done it. But because of those
Yeah.
comments, I think people are going to hold on to it now and like just ride out finals with 100 Thieves and hope that FlyQuest and the evil villains that they are apparently in this space can be eradicated.
Yeah.
I say that with a lot of love and respect to the people behind the scenes at FlyQuest. I'm just saying, like, the players, or at least Blippo and Inspired, have become somewhat the villains of the league. Like, regardless of whether, like, Obviously,
they
they're the
have.
best in their roles. I'm not diminishing that, but they have become the villains.
Yeah, that's a fair point. So, the YouTube chat probably had the most like it would make my day comment, but it will never happen. Is have Reggie make the LCS's back announcement. And
No,
TSM is the team coming in.
no,
Would make my day, but it will never happen. I would just want to see TSM come back. The problem is I don't know if he can be a part of that.
he can't. There's no way.
I don't think that works that way, sadly.
There's no way.
I just don't think it does.
If they did, what would you do?
Oh, oops. I just let allowed a comment of something that's definitely a spam bot.
So much like FlyQuest, you let one slip through.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, it does.
All right, they're gone now. Yeah. Oops. I mean, yeah. Well, the one I let slip through, I think lower level than FlyQuest, maybe.
Yeah.
But I have said other things on this podcast that we will never talk about with crossovers that will never be made.
Like your
again.
unadulterated love for poaching.
Yes. I stand by poaching is fine. If you're trying to win, you poach. I like that people do get fired up though when I say that. They're like, poaching isn't just something you can allow, Paul. And I'm like, it 100% is allowed. It happens all the time.
I hate that this has become a weekly segment of like Paul. Like honestly, that would be a great like if we were ever to get the money to like expand production and do like a full like Pat McAfee like scene transition type thing. Paul's poaching point, where you take a topic that somebody else is talking about in the space and you steal it and make it your own point, completely separate from what they were trying to say, and you're poaching their topic.
Yes. I mean, I have no problem stealing anything, whether it be content, players, like fans, whatever it takes to get your team bigger. I feel like you should be trying that.
Wait,
all the time.
I love that nickname for you. Paul, this is business baby green.
Oh gosh.
I love that. Holy shit. I love that.
It
so much.
Does fit me. I mean, yeah, when people are like poaching, unfiltered poaching endorsement, I mean, see if Dave actually has morality, but if a gambling sponsor came my way and tried to give me money, I would go, good luck to my fans. And I would 100% push out that gambling sponsor. I would tell them, you got this. You don't have to do this. All the meanwhile being like, here's my code if you do use this. Because again, what are you supposed to do?
To be fair,
It's free real estate.
I've had a gambling sponsor in the past. I was with Prize Picks back in like 2022-ish, like beginning of 2022. So I'm not against gambling. I just stopped because I no longer had the money to gamble. And it felt reckless for me to be pushing something that I couldn't do myself anymore.
Yeah.
If I was still gambling,
also,
fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I think then it's fine because it's like, okay, I'm taking a sponsor for a thing that I'm already doing. But
I mean, believe me, they're making their money.
I know.
From what I've read, them sports books, they're cooking.
Yep.
And if it takes a FanDuel tag on the Shopify jersey to poach quid, who am I to say that's a problem? I think it's okay to sit there and say this was a necessary cause. And we're going to do this, and it's going to hurt some people. There are some young people who will hear things they shouldn't hear, but this is to win championships. That's okay. And at the end of the day, you got to win something. I mean, you got to try. I mean, I watched enough Palafox. I've seen it on enough teams. I get it. It's rough. It's rough enough, and I just can't keep going. I need something in mid lane. I don't care what it is at this point.
We'll
like
see.
anything.
We
Well,
will
not
see.
anything. I won't say that because that's how
Yep.
Abadage comes back to
Yep.
NA.
That's
And then I'm watching Abadage and I'm like, oh,
oh man. Is there anything else from finals this weekend that I'm forgetting?
um,
Like
I
anything else
don't.
from the teams, the headline? Like, 'cause I got two other things that I want us to get to, but they're separate entirely from it. So like, I'm trying to think if there's any other major headlines
I
from
don't
this
think there's
weekend.
anything I really care to overtly talk about that's at finals. I really just hope the crowd is loud and big and
Same.
it does well. I mean, that's really it. I
I
mean,
I'm so fired up from the Ryder Cup today that like I'm so optimistic for how this weekend's gonna go. And it helps I'm not
yeah,
gonna be there. So like if it's not like super hype and like everybody like showing the same level of passion, then
yeah.
like put it this way. Do you want to know the shirt that my dad and mom and their four friends were wearing today at the Ryder Cup?
What?
It was a red, white, and blue shirt that looked like some sort of like checker pattern, but it was titties and asses. All my parents and everybody else. Like
Oh
I,
my
it's
goodness.
dude. When I tell you, like, I'm gonna see if I can show
Oh
a
dear.
photo of this in some way, shape, or form. Uh, but
You know they were having fun though.
uh, okay, I don't think there's like a good way for me to show this other than like I have like a you can. I'll see if I can show this on camera here. Yeah, you can see that pretty clearly. So that was my mom and dad's shirt. It looks like a beat like a honeycomb pattern, but then when you zoom
Yeah.
in, those are butts and
Oh
boobs.
my goodness.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's
And
insanity.
everybody, I mean everybody w- was they asked me if I wanted one. I was like, "No, I'm good." I'm good.
Is it a
But
golf shirt?
yeah, it's a golf shirt. But everybody was coming up to them this weekend, being like, couples of all ages were like, "Is that what I think it is?" And my dad's like, "Yeah, damn right it is."
Until you look closer,
And I
you
was
can't
like,
see it.
but every time we stop, somebody would talk to us. Like, I just need like that level of camaraderie and like hype and excitement. The fuck are you? Oh,
I think it'll work out. I think you'll get it.
John brought something up, something else that should be worth mentioning from finals. You know how whenever Blippo comes walking up or like does his walkout for finals, I need instead of people holding up lighters, people to hold up tampons.
Oh gosh.
Scare them, like wave tampons up has to be. Ooh, is he gonna be scared?
Oh dear. I don't know if there's a good period change you could do.
There's no period check that you
I-
can do that's like good.
I mean, the tampon idea, yes, but I think it would be funnier if it's not going to be a stadium just full of dudes, which there's a good chance it is.
Yeah, I mean,
Unfortunately,
yeah. There's no way for
I
that.
don't know
Or what you do
how
is
many
every,
chicks are going to be there.
Female anatomy. Ah.
a player came out and I told you about the guy that said about like women couldn't be competitive gamers because
Oh, yeah,
of
that bullshit.
yeah. So
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. You bring pads and tampons and just go like, ooh, it's scary. Or you get a shirt made that says "Scare of Whippo" and you have the FlyQuest mascot holding a tampon and a pad.
Oh gosh. Oh,
Yeah, fine.
jeez.
I love you.
I mean, do you think he
I
survives
gotta be up early for
this
my
off
video,
season there
so
because of that?
I gotta read my book and
Like, if they win,
Yeah.
I feel like he gets to decide what he does still,
Yeah.
as long as they win. That's what they're going to think. Enter the flow state is crazy. That's crazy. Crazy work. I
But
mean,
like,
that's just so
but like
bad.
the best part is like there's so many
Oh
people in
my
the league
gosh.
community that would absolutely think that this is like super like toxic, and it's like it is.
Mhm.
That's the fun of it, Because like I can already see it now. If one of the European players made any sort of comment like that at the Ryder Cup, dude, everybody would be saying that shit. Everybody, men and women,
Oh,
like
yeah.
does not like people will be chirping the entire time. I want to see that at finals, just cause. Oh, it would be so good.
David,
Yeah.
what was the reason they wore those shirts?
I mean, I'd
they
honestly
could.
be shocked if they punished him any harder than they did.
No, they're not going to. There's not a doubt in my mind that they're not going to.
Although I don't know what league. Maybe I'm just so like broken from football and NBA that like honestly like for football and basketball, just saying misogyny would actually be a step up. But in league, yes, this is like complete shock, terrible news.
What's
Because I'm just so used to the worst side of life.
okay? Agreed. I opened up Twitter for 2 seconds just to make sure I wasn't missing anything while we're on here. And did you see the tier 2 arguments I was getting in over the last few days?
Yes.
Somebody replied literally 6 minutes ago and said, "Why are you going after the players when it's the executives at Riot that are slowly killing the scene? I don't see you calling for any of them to be fired. You should invest some time looking at NA metrics, whatever." And I'm like, bro, we just did a fire Needham chant that I'm trying to get going at the stadium. How can you sit
They
here
just don't know.
and say that I haven't? Like somebody clip somebody clip this podcast and just post it as a reply to them.
I was
Like,
gonna say it's just not worth it. If they
no,
don't
it's
know.
not. It's really not. I'm like not engaging
No, I'm
with
just
it.
memeing. Like I get you're just saying it. I'm just saying there's no hope for them. They don't like you at
Or
that
no,
point.
I mean, they just haven't seen my shit. So like, I get it,
Yeah.
but like, I don't.
That's crazy,
I don't,
though.
like, it's the nature of social media. No matter how many times you say something, not everybody's gonna hear it. So they're gonna hear that one little piece that you say that they think is like, oh,
Yep.
like it's so unfair that you're going after this person. You don't see the slew of shit that I've said elsewhere. Like, I get it. You don't watch my shit, but don't sit here and whatever. Spelling mistake in the ticker. Would it be a Shynock ticker if there wasn't a spelling mistake? Come on. How do we spell Needham's name for tweet purposes? Needham. Do me a favor. Only post that and reply to that tweet. Do not like clip this tweet and send it full viral yet that I'm asking for a fire Needham chant in the stadium. Yet.
Oh man. I mean,
Or at
it'll
least it should be
be-
taken into account. The full context of the clip should really be there for that one.
it'll be very interesting to see how the weekend plays out with the crowd. I feel like the crowd is gonna be sassy.
I hope so.
I think there's gonna be a lot of sass in that crowd, and I don't blame them. Like they're just going to be sassy. That's how it is. I mean, it's one of those things where you kind of have to be.
Aries,
Like-
you're fine on that reply real quick. You just posted the clip of that. That's fine. Like that.
Oh,
clip
what
is
were
fine.
the two other things you wanted to talk about?
Okay, so one is we gotta talk about this NA media shit because that happened this past weekend.
Oh yeah.
Since then, and I wanted to get your thoughts as technically you are NA media. You're not press that you don't do interviews, but like you are NA media, so you have an
Okay.
opinion on this.
All right. So what? Oh, you just want my opinion on it?
Yeah, I just want to know your thoughts.
I mean, everything you said in your video is pretty much my thoughts. Like the guy, if teams aren't doing interviews, then they're not seeing this for what it is. I mean, especially the winning teams. Like people go look for those interviews after wins, and I'm not saying like interviews are the end all be all to content anymore these days, or have been, but you never see like, I don't know, pro major teams not doing those interviews.
Yeah.
I mean, there was the one after we got, who was it the Pacers lost to? I think it was they got destroyed by the Cavs after that game one. and Halliburton got kind of hurt in the game, and it might have been against the Knicks as well. I can't remember if it was that game too. But Halliburton gets hurt in the game, so they're kind of like holding him out, seeing what's going on.
Yep.
And instead of him going and doing an interview, he goes and the coaches pulled him and said they wanted him rehabbing and to check him out and make sure he's okay. And they wanted him to watch film and focus for the next game. So they sent other players to do interviews instead. And Carlisle did his interview,
Yeah.
But after it, he says on Pat's show, I'll never, like, he goes on Pat's show and he says, I'll never pull that again. He said, I did it. I didn't like the coaches wanted me to do it. And upon further reflection, I always want me to be out there because I represent my team.
Yeah.
And I am I'm a franchise player. And when we lose, I don't care if people want to give me like all the hell they want to. I'll listen to it. But when we win, I'm going to talk. And I was like, that's what you need. You need a player who's like instantly gets ahead of that, Like he goes on Pat's show, which is like one of the biggest sports shows you can go on, and talks about it instantly after the series ends. And that kind of stuff, like media stuff, does speak to fans. I mean, we literally watched Halliburton take we are a small market team.
Yeah.
The Pacers are. He is one of the biggest dudes on tour. Like he kills on social media. He's now a superstar, I would say, in the league. Like everybody knows who Halliburton is. That like even if you don't watch basketball, you kind of know who he is, or you've heard about him in the past year. I feel like because even my like friends I know who don't watch basketball have heard his name, and that's how you do that. I mean, you only become big because you put your name out there all the time.
Yeah.
And I know league players don't want to do that right now, but that's kind of tough. Like you got to go out there and do it.
Yeah.
You have to throw your name out there, especially if you're in a small market, which league right now is a small market in general.
Do you get okay, this is an interesting kind of tangent on that. Do you get the perception that players have as much pride in their teams as NBA and NFL and like other like players do?
Mm.
Like, do you get the perception whenever like Inspired wins that like he might say it, but like, do you feel like it's like, oh, this is for FlyQuest and like pushing this team and pushing like, the fandom
Like
that exists here, like everything there in the same way that like Halliburton goes in on like, look, this is for the people of Indiana. This is like all this. I like there's, as you said, the responsibility of pushing their own narrative as well. Like really feeling like they want to own that versus league players and their relationship to their team and their own individual branding.
Yeah. That's a good question because I know he posted a long thing. The Pacers owner's wife died.
Yeah.
And he posted a very like big thing about it. And I don't know. I know players would post that probably in league, but I don't know if it would mean the same to them. And I do wonder if it's a money thing. Cuz I don't think I think Koreans do. I think Koreans feel a lot of pride for their organization, like some of them do. Faker probably does because he's been there forever and he's made so much money. Like you would feel that. I think it's tough though, thinking about it, because for basketball and football, what makes it easier is these are the people who made you a millionaire, Like you're gonna feel some type of thankfulness and gratefulness for somebody who made you a millionaire and pretty much changed your whole, like, really your life, but your family's.
Yeah,
like
you got generational wealth out of it.
Yeah. And I don't know if that's really how that works. Wild Turtle probably did.
Yeah.
I think it's tough because even Dyrus, I feel like I got that vibe from Dyrus, which everyone like only thinks about the bad things of Dyrus with TSM, but every time he talks about it, he talks about how grateful he was he played there.
Yeah.
And then people just say he was brainwashed.
Yeah.
But I got that vibe with older TSM. Like they did. Like a lot of them did, other than Doublelift, which wasn't shocking. Doublelift has always been a mercenary.
Yeah.
He's not really a org guy. He plays for whoever will pay him and whoever he thinks respects him at the moment.
Yeah.
Like the
And
second a
Doubleless fans were
coach
Doubleless
disrespects
fans.
him. Yeah. And the second a coach disrespected him, he would leave. I think Bjergsen didn't really do anything too weird because he had spent so much time at TSM that it was kind of just one of those things.
Yeah.
Like you're allowed to do what you want to do, you know?
Yep.
But I do think it is a big thing for players. Like there are things too where you get disrespected by an owner and you want to go. But I think like when we had Lustboy, Wild Turtle, Bjergsen, amazing Dyrus, I think that team did genuinely like respect the org. I think even when they moved Santorin in, they felt that same
Yeah.
like respect, although Santorin was a quiet guy, so it'd be harder to notice. But I think there was that level.
Reason why I asked that is because I wonder if that comes to play in this whole media conversation of like, we already know that players like don't care about like their brands in the same way that traditional sports players do, because whether that's media training, whether that's trying to get it, like I don't buy this excuse that everybody's like, oh, this is an 18-year-old kid. It's like, okay, and 18-year-old kids in college are now making millions in NIL money because they understood at 14 that they needed to start building up their brand money or their brand value. So no, I don't accept this excuse anymore that they're just too young and too dumb to understand. I think you're doing a disservice to those players by not assuming that they can figure it out and learn it like every other fucking person has, even if they don't have direct access to the same things as like, recruiting, talent camp, or like camps when you're in high school, stuff like that. Like you have social media. If you want to learn, you can. And is that fair to fully assume on a high schooler? Not necessarily, but if you want it that bad, you will. We'll get to that in the tier 2 point. But like the media side of things, I found interesting because it's like I made the conscious choice to not take any interviews this year, I think, for the most part. Because one, I was always weary whenever I started my content of becoming like a Travis Gafford, where, like, let's be honest, we knew Travis for one thing and mostly one thing only, and that was interviews with people. He would occasionally have these videos where he gave his own thoughts, but for the most part, like, when you thought of Travis, you thought of his multitude of interviews that he'd have with people. I didn't want to be that.
Yeah.
Like my goal was always to be, I want to be the one telling stories and directing fandom, because I don't think my type of fandom exists in the space all that much, or at least not to like the large scale that I want it to be. I made all of my shit with that in mind. I don't think that anybody that's doing media right now can rely on interviews like that and needs to focus on doing things besides them. Because even though some interviews get views, I don't think it builds your individual brand all that well. And I just don't think it's like, I think interviews are a great way for like up and coming creators in the space to get notoriety, at least a little bit. And if you can keep doing them later, fine. But you have to interweave your own personality into it. Because I just don't think interviews are reliable at all. Especially when nobody gives a fuck about a lot of the players anymore.
Yeah, I was going to say they're not showing up. I think going back to loyalty, I do think too, it's like the orgs are also pumping players out so much.
Yeah.
It's hard to even see a player like become a franchise guy. I mean, Blabber's probably the best example of a loyal player who does like talk about the org highly. I mean, Sven talks about all his orgs kind of highly.
No.
So it's hard to use him as an example because he doesn't really disparage orgs too much. Even when he like disparages TSM, he like will go, but it was still fine at the end,
Yeah.
Like he just kind of likes them all, and he's also become such like a bounce around player.
Yeah.
It's hard for him to have that loyalty or be a franchise guy. Like
I mean, who do we have that are franchise players right now for teams?
Jan, TL,
Yeah, I think,
he won't
and
get cut.
especially well
APA would
after
be,
their
but they
video,
want to cut him.
after their video with Impact and like everything
Yeah.
else there, like it is very bluntly clear. Yawn is Team Liquid. It sucks that Yawn
Core.
doesn't want to fucking talk at all and like embrace that role, but
I think Core is like a franchise guy.
I think he was.
You don't think he still is?
I don't think he's a name that brings hype as much anymore. That doesn't mean that I don't associate him with Team Liquid, but I don't get excited as much about like Team Liquid
I think he's still
core.
franchise enough though, you know?
He's enough, yes, but like I think if you're Team Liquid, it's smart to like really start focusing on Yawn because this is your guy for the future. And that actually can drive excitement for the future. You need somebody that is going to be there for like years to come and continue to rise. And Core's just not that anymore, despite him being a great leader and great presence in the space.
I think FlyQuest is gonna end up going with Busio. Maybe inspired if he signs long term here. He's the guy. 100, like he is the guy if he wants to be.
Yeah. Oh,
But it's hard to tell with inspired.
I think FlyQuest
Has he
this
ever signed a
offseason's-
second contract with a team?
I mean, EG imploded around him, so I'm not going to fault him for that. No, I don't think so. I think it was what Rogue to Evil Geniuses immediately to FlyQuest, right? He was nowhere else.
Yeah.
So I don't blame him for the EG thing. He thought that was going to be a home, and it unfortunately collapsed. If he re-signs with FlyQuest, 100%, he is that guy for them. Him and Busio, if both of them stay with FlyQuest, like those are guys that like you absolutely build the brand around entirely. 100 Thieves, no longer a conversation, but you had it with Quid.
Yeah, you had a guy. I mean, the trouble is loyalty is like tough because you just move so fast through people. But I guess you really only have to keep one guy. But players don't like feel. I feel like league careers are so fast that it's hard to hear, and they don't make enough money to be like, oh man, thank you for changing my life to the org, you know?
Yeah.
Because they're not paying them enough in that 1 or 2 years to change their life, you know?
Yeah.
So it's hard to hear that same level of like thankfulness.
I don't know. It's
I mean,
interesting.
Spica, because Spica always, even on the way out the door, would talk well about TSM because he was there when you were still getting crazy money, you know?
Yeah.
So he was taking the crazy money. I mean, he was memeing like his way out the door and making jokes, but then he'd like say on his stream, he'd be like, no, but seriously, like, this did work out really well for me.
Yeah.
And so he would say that. But it's like now that we're to the point where you're not paying crazy money, you're not going to see players say that as much.
Yeah. And to be clear, John, this is a two-way conversation. I'm not pinning this shit on players. I like orgs. We've talked ad nauseum about how many times orgs have fucked up on this run. So it's worth repeating for the sake of this conversation because people will think that we are dogpiling on players in this particular moment. But orgs obviously bear a ton of that responsibility, whether it's them not staying in the fucking league or them making terrible management choices. I mean, Dignitas is like grade A #1. Team Liquid for a while there was great, like another great example of just like constantly changing over players. Like orgs are entirely, if not more, at fault than players. The only reason that this is a conversation focused around the players is because it's focused around the media part of this. And from the media perspective, that is on, like, players are the ones doing the interviews. Like, it's not like FlyQuest is doing an interview. If anything, Papa is like the name of that. But even then, it's like the players have more power in this situation than anybody else. So that's why that's why this is a conversation focused around that. Anything else on the media front before I go to our final topic?
No.
I'll just add one thing in that I think interviews, like the media process, I don't think is inherently all that flawed, other than just making sure that people that are in there in person get an interview. Like that's a really simple fix, period. Like it doesn't matter how redundant, Drew's interviews with people have been. There's 7 people on staff at FlyQuest. You can get somebody different each week. Like, come on.
Hmm.
Be willing to do the interviews with coach. The first people that I would always request interviews with were coaches. I found that the coaches had easier and better flowing conversations than the players 99% of the time when I was interviewing. So I would
Hmm.
always request a coach if they like did interviews mostly in English. But like I think interviews themselves only matter whenever people give a shit about the player and the stories that want to be heard. And if a lot of the interviews rely on either one, the interviewer asking like very pointed questions that help drive a narrative, but two, the player being able to like tell a story themselves. And when the players aren't doing a good job at like telling their stories, and we're not asking like, I don't blame the media for this. I think the media have asked some pretty good questions, but the answers they get are fairly basic from a lot of players. There's times where they don't. Blippo being a great example of somebody that would give you like some of the best interview content you would ever have because he gives you like detailed, thought out explanations. But not everybody's like that, obviously. So
Yeah.
whenever players can't give you good narratives in those interviews, you need to be able to tell the story yourself and tell about the
Hmm.
things that are exciting to you. And that honestly, in my opinion, does better than interview content and is way easier to produce. But if your goal is to share the player stories, then fine, keep doing interviews. Like obviously. Like I want to know their stories, but I want to see what's interesting going into this Sunday. And 9 times out of 10, it's rarely like it's some of the player stories, but it's not as much. I don't know. Do I think it's easier to
No,
get a
I get.
story out of a player who just lost or just won? I'll be honest, it's kind of the same in my experience interviewing LCS pros. I think talkative players are talkative players. Again, Blippo, Inspired, all the coaching staffs would have like longer thought out conversations on things. Uh, Boosie, I think, was like a nice middle ground where he like could do it if he was feeling good. Trying to think who else. APA was always kind of shorter with his answers, and you get like all the same things that I'm saying here. You can look at like pros as an example and just see how the players interact and imagine how they do in a one-on-one interview as well. But I think that's everything that I wanted to get out there on the media side before we go into tier 2. Anything else?
No, I think that pretty much sums up. I guess, well, we didn't talk too much about the media side. We got kind of down the rabbit hole, but I mean, there's not much you can do.
No,
I think you are right about coaches over players, and then interviewing is not really. It's a good way to get going, tough way to keep staying,
no.
especially on YouTube, because YouTube is a constantly evolving platform that has changing once.
And we have so much downtime. What do you if
True.
you like what are you going to do with those interviews in your downtime?
Yeah.
It's tough. But
Yeah.
the thing I wanted to ask you about on tier 2, because I didn't want to have this conversation on stream the other day. I messaged Bully from Blue Water because he tweeted about being open to doing podcasts, and I said later in the future I'd love to have him on here. I just don't want to deal
Mhm.
with it right now because I don't want an extended conversation about like tier 2 popping up because clearly I'm in a disagreement with a lot of people in the tier 2 space on how I see things and how I view it all.
Yeah.
But did you read any of the conversation that happened around, CNV potentially not playing in the relegation
Yes.
tournament, the scheduling conflicts, like all that? I want to know your thoughts on it.
It's so difficult, bro, because one, if it wasn't a stream team that like doesn't really care about promoting or doesn't think that they can get to that edge, I would be maybe more upset. But also Stunt is like quite older and knows that he's tried to compete at that level and has worked out. The trouble is they won tier 2, right?
Second place, but
Second place, my bad. Yeah. Like I thought they got 1 or 2. And that is like the trouble is they played really well. So if you're gonna play that well, you may have a chance, right, at promoting, and that's so much money you would think. But if you are just a stream team who plans to stay a stream team, maybe I know this is gonna sound like a cop out answer for them, but if you've scrimmed DSG and you've scrimmed Dragonsteel and you just know you're not better than either of them, and you're gonna get cooked or whatever, that at some point, if you do have life obligations you're already doing and Riot screws you over really bad by changing it at the last minute, I could see where you could say, we don't feel good about our chances, and now I have to give up a personal life event. This seems like too much.
I can get that portion of it 100%. The reason why I was harder on this the most was in the clip, it didn't sound like it was just the wedding that was an issue. It sounded like there was, like the way Stunt phrased it is that there was whether, do we really want to get a house or like a, do we really want to commit fully to trying in this promotion tournament, regardless of the wedding thing happening or not. That's where my issue comes in, personally. Like, we should all be on the same page.
Yeah,
this should be bluntly fucking clear in case it needs to be elaborated again. Riot fucked them over bad here. Riot is the ultimate person that is responsible for this entire situation because they communicated the wrong fucking date and people planned their lives around those dates. Period.
Yes.
End of conversation on that front.
Want to correct myself. I couldn't remember which one, so I took a stab in the dark. I looked it up. It was Luminosity I meant, not Dragonsteel.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oops. But, yeah, I'm with you on that. It is Riot. Like, the first person to blame is Riot.
Yes.
The fact that they were saying all the other stuff is tough.
Yes.
It makes it very tough.
This is where the conversation, in my opinion, has to go towards a little bit. Separate from the Riot stuff. We can all agree that the Riot stuff is fucked up and terrible. Separately, if you are playing an NACL, I'm sorry, I'm going to expect you to uphold competitive integrity and try your fucking ass off whenever you can.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get into this promotion relegation tournament, I expect you to take it seriously. Assuming you're in it, and obviously Riot doesn't fuck you over. But like, when I get the impression that you're not, and there's multiple conversations of people in the space saying that, just like, why should tier 2 players give a shit? Why should they care whenever they're not in a system that rewards you? I don't think we're in a system that can improve right now. What? You got promotion relegation. You got a direct chance to qualify into tier 1. Academy leagues aren't coming back. We don't have the money for that. Nobody does. So any thoughts on that are a fucking pipe dream, and I refuse to live in that reality. I will give Colomer credit. He talked about how colleges are like slowly fading away. Like college programs are an issue because schools aren't seeing the value of it. Can't really solve that. Like my thought on this is like I'm treating Academy or NACL now like it was back in 2013 because that's where it's at. And until you have the resources, the eyes, and the demand to look at things differently, I don't think you can. It is going to be a bunch of people that might be working at McDonald's or pursuing a college degree and are doing this on the side. And they're trying to earn their way out of living that life, knowing that they might not get there or that the pay might not be all that great even if they get up there.
Yeah.
Should every open qualifier team try for tier 1? Yes. If you enter the competitive circuit, you are going in with the assumption that you could possibly promote and need to be willing to take it serious if you hit that moment.
It's just tough because it's like, if they wanted to compete for it, right? Then, or why are you going this far and then not finishing it? Because it does seem like a great opportunity and like fun. Like this would be the ultimate fun, you would think. But it's difficult because if they're cool playing tier 2 and that's their only goal, and they just want to have fun as friends, and this is a side hobby, right, for some streamers,
Yep.
then I kind of do get it. And it's also tough, like, it just makes it so much harder that Riot really changed the date like a week out.
It does.
2 weeks out.
It does.
Because it makes the whole debate change. It's like, why are you changing the date of this? It's so stupid. It makes no sense.
Let me respond to John's comment. He said, I had Iron fans that entered open qualifier. Why should they care? Let's have a little bit of common sense in this situation and agree that it's only the people that stand a realistic chance of making it out of open qualifiers that need to be worried about this and have this mindset. An open tournament's an open tournament, but that expectation I'm not going to put on Iron players for obvious reasons. But if you are a challenger player entering with challenger friends, whether that is, or challenger teammates, whether that is your friends or like a full competitive team, yes, you do bear that obligation. So I just want to draw that very specific line of like, let's just apply like common respect to people and their levels at this point. The thing I want to add to all of this, and I get the shitty part from Riot's side, is just like the motivation part of this. Like there was something that Colomer said that really rubbed me the wrong way when he said of like, why would people pursue this when they could get a college degree and make way better money and have way better career prospects elsewhere?
Yep.
Emily can speak to this a lot better than I can. Okay. But there are a lot of people that are trying for Broadway, that are chasing a passion, that are living on survival jobs that are barely over minimum wage, that barely can pay for their rent and their opportunity to audition. And they're praying, never knowing if they're going to get that chance, in the hopes that they can turn a passion and a dream into a reality. They are living hard lives doing that. And they are sacrificing years that they could be in school pursuing other things. It's the love of the game, as Kiki said. That's what you need in a sport. You need to be delusional to the point, like whether you're going to get it or not, you need to be delusional that you can take it to that level. And I don't accept that, $75,000 is not a lot. You have $75,000 and you have the potential to get yourself, your brand in front of hundreds of thousands of people on a consistent basis. Don't tell me that's not enough to try and like pursue social media or something else like that. Here's the other thing. Great Coco probably peed. I don't care. Love of the game has to be part of this. And if you don't have that love and respect, then there's nothing I can say here about that. But if you're sitting here saying that, I'm worried about my college education, I'm sorry, then just go get your fucking college education. I do not care. That's fine. You made that choice. You are not risk tolerant to this situation at all, and that's fine. But there's a ton of risk and a ton of potential problems that come with chasing dreams like this. Talk to any of my friends in college that tried to go fucking pro in golf and barely broke even on the smaller tours and lost money. And you know what they had to do? They had to eventually go back to school. And they lost time in life. But that's part of the risk that you take when you're pursuing it. That comes with the territory. And if we can't accept that, then we don't have a basic understanding of how amateur sports work.
I do think too, a lot what changes it for me is that a few of them had already been in LCS,
Yeah.
Or LTA or pro. So it's kind of like almost watching, because it's not top tier guys. I don't know what example you would use. It'd be like watching, I guess, mid-level basketball guys,
Yeah.
Like, let's say a Lance Stevenson, um, mm, Michael Beasley. Is that his name or is it Malik? I think it's Michael
I think it's
Beasley.
Michael Beasley.
Like
Yeah.
that kind of team, right? From Big Three, joining up, maybe a Dwight Howard too, throw him in there, DeMarcus Cousins. Guys like that coming together, playing in this NBA promotion tournament, and then getting to a level where they're like, oh crap, but the other team at the end is the Hornets. And they know they're not on the Hornets level right now at their age in life and where they're at. They know they probably won't win. And them saying, actually, we have something we want to go do and chill. We made all the money we wanted to make doing this, and we're kind of content with where we're at in life. Like, we're just done. So we don't really, if we did make it there, we'd have to sell our roster anyways because we know we can't compete up there. And maybe also just the money isn't right for them. Like, because it is tough making it to LCS, like we were saying. The money isn't there to where like they're making crazy money.
Yeah.
Like, this would have to be, like you said, a passion. Like,
Yeah.
this is Broadway type stuff. Like, this is a passion. So if you are good enough to do this casually, one, you're insane at this game. Like, more power to them on that team.
Yep.
Being this good to be in this position. But two, I kind of get it. Like, if you just want to chill and you got here, I get it.
If you just want to chill and you want to play, here's my thing when it comes to like stunt specifically in them.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to chill and just have a league that you can play in, but you're that good, go play in a Challenger Rec League. Like, play in like a senior tour. Like, gather up a bunch of pros, play in a senior tour of like Aegis, fucking anything else. Those things exist. Go do it, and you
Yeah.
can make content out of it, and you can stream, and you can have fun, and like, go ahead. There's no restrictions.
That's a fair
But
point.
stay out of the fucking NACL. Stay out of the direct pipeline to pro if you don't have an intent to go pro. And I
Do you
get
think
people.
they make more money though doing this?
They
Streaming-wise?
probably do, sure, but that's why like I understand there's that trade off. Like, they're probably making $2,000. Last I heard was like $2,000 average, for like salary for NACL, which is like
What?
for per
2,000
month.
average, like a month?
Per month, yeah, that's not bad for how
I
much
guess,
money
yeah.
the league brings in.
Yeah, you're right.
Where
you're
else
right.
they getting fucking paid from?
No, you're right.
Like,
you're right.
that's pretty good. No,
You're right.
I don't even know where they're getting 2,000 from, but that's a whole other point. Like,
Yeah, that's a good point.
but that's what I'm saying. Like, I get that like that money's enticing, and if you're good enough to earn it, in theory, you could want to try. That's then on like org owners as well and org management to be like, okay, if I'm running a team that's in this thing, I really have a responsibility to make sure I'm going to pick up players that are actually going to try. And like, there's no rule that you can put into place for all this, to be very clear. Like, this is all just hypothetical discussion on like the theory behind this. At the end of the day, players are going to do what they want to fucking do. I'm just saying, if we have all this conversation about talks of a healthier ecosystem, making sure that intents are aligned is very important to the
That's very
foundation of
true.
that.
Yeah, I guess, you can't kind of have this at the end of the day. It would be kind of awkward.
Like,
I do think, is it bad to say though, why is nobody else able to beat them if they're not trying?
because we don't have good enough players. We just,
It
we
just
don't
kills
have
me,
the
though.
talent.
Like,
And that's the deep. I mean, that's a much harder point to solve. Is like, where look,
Yeah.
all the kids decided to go play Fortnite and Rocket League and Roblox and other games.
yeah,
And we did not do a good job.
there's just that.
We,
Yeah,
we didn't do a good job of like what we were doing when we got all that money in 2018 was giving Impact $1 million and giving fucking tier 2 players sitting on the bench in Academy with high buyouts $200,000 salaries. Like, we team owners at the time and Riot collectively fucked this entire system up.
Yeah.
So bad, when that money could have been invested from the grassroots up of like tournaments in local areas trying to make sure that there's combines and like scouting. Like there's so many other things that you could have spent that money on. It's like actually continuously get kids to want to play the game and feed into that NACL pipeline. But they didn't. And now we are where we are. And the reality is we are in this situation where nobody can beat that fucking streamer team because they're just not good enough. So like now
It is tough because the people like, well, I'll let you finish, sorry.
I was just gonna say, to be clear, Dragon still got fucked because like Yuji got poached.
Yeah.
And taken away. Like top tier 2 teams are gonna get their talent taken away.
It makes me feel it's also tough because it's like, yo, I mean, obviously the right decision by Riot is to put another team in their place, right? Will they make that decision? I don't know, because it's Riot. They make a lot of dumb ones. But if they don't put another team in their place for promo relegation, I'm also like not that mad about it, because in my head I'm like, if you wanted to be there, you should have beat them. That's the competitive side of me. That's like, if like I get being like, oh, this opportunity could change our lives, and they just don't care. But I'm like, if you want to be there, beat them.
Yeah. And I'm glad John brought this point up because I've seen many people say it as well on Twitter. And a homie AG quote retweeted me on it and said a similar thing. Is like, do you feel like you need to watch tier 2 to be able to have an opinion with any weight behind it? I think the easy rebuttal is I'll care if you change it type shit. To which I would say, I don't think watching NACL games like has any indication of whether you like how you understand the money behind it all, the money and motivation behind it all. What does me seeing your on Rift performance have anything to do with the conversations and the money behind the scenes? Nothing. No.
Yeah.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Chad as well. Like, correct me if like, is there anything that tangibly watching the game actually makes me understand that would fundamentally change my opinion on intent going into all this? I can't see anything that would change that because these are philosophical conversations behind it, of which, because I have participated in these types of things, including golf, trying to get kids to go, like educating kids on the pathway to go pro. So I have experience both in golf and in other sports directly in this. Yes, I do have an understanding of this system, quite honestly, more than some people in NACL do.
Yeah.
Not to shit on them all that much, but what have you done and what successful path to pro pipelines have you actually seen or been a part of that you can have experience in educating kids on? That's not saying my opinions are entirely right. We're going to disagree on a lot of shit, and I will be wrong on shit. But don't sit here and say that I don't have a basis to stand on when I do.
It's also this is a hilarious topic because at the end of the day, it's also the most frustrating thing ever in the world. And it's when you find a group of people who are so good at something that they could compete like in a crazy way. They just don't care. Nothing takes people off more because it's a slight bit, and I'm not saying we're all like, this is wrong of us all. It's healthy jealousy, right? Like everyone's going to be slightly healthily jealous that even if I committed that much time like they did, or double the amount of time they did to this thing, I'd never be good enough to be in the position they're at. But they are, with committing half the time, and they don't even care to finish it.
Yeah.
That's going to frustrate people no matter what. Like, because they are, like you said, in a tier 2 system to promote that is probably has more incentive than you could ever have, like giving you the opportunity to go tier 1. All you have to do is win. And they're just like, nah, I'm good. And that is frustrating, like at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Especially if you're somebody who's been trying to get in. Like, that would be so frustrating.
Yeah. And to be clear, I've kept saying this. And this is where Aries had a point of like, you know, if you were in it, maybe you'd understand like some of the issues. It's like, what's the best way to say this? I don't disagree. And I think all of us, in terms of like how the system works and like how we got to this point, I think we're all on the same page. Like nobody disagrees on that front. That like the franchising era and how things were run and set up really fucked it. We're all on the same page there. And when we're talking about the way forward, the difference between myself and a lot of other people that I've seen in the conversations is a lot of it is like, oh, well, these things should have been done. These things should have, like, these things, like, when I'm asking for solutions and practical ways forward, you're not getting real answers. People are just chucking out shit that they want, but not saying whether it's possible or not. Relating this to the tier 1 conversation, which I just tweeted out earlier today. I give out 5 practical things that I think can happen within the system. One that might not be, but acknowledge that, I acknowledge the pathway of how you get to those things. What was not explained and what a lot of people are not doing is giving answers that also align with practicality of what we can tangibly do with our own actions right now. You and I can't control what Riot does. So we have to be able to we have to affect the actions that we personally can get our hands on. You hope that Riot changes, but you can't rely on that. So you can't, there's nothing we can say or do on the Riot front other than plead and beg, of which, I'll be honest with you, again, I got my own issues with tier 1 here that I'm trying to help fix for people. Like, somebody else needs to take the mantle on tier 2 and actually, push the social media shit. Actually try to, grow your voice to the point where you can have impacts outside of that. We need different people doing different things in the space while helping each other when we can. I was told that apparently this is all the same ship, and I was like, no, this is not the same ship. We are different ships within the same fleet. And I've got to worry about my own ship sinking and hope that you can fix yours as well, but I can't be giving up my men and my attention while doing that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's true. Because a rising tide would float all the ships, but if we're going down, we kind of gotta save ourselves, type of thing. So, but yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be, it'll be interesting.
Yeah. This is the last I want to
We'll
talk about
see.
tier 2 for a bit, by the way. I like the conversations you and I have on this, so I felt better talking about it here than dealing with I cannot. I'm sorry, Twitter tier 2 or amateur Twitter just annoys the fuck out of me. The same way it did in Call of Duty. It's like, guys.
Well, it's
Whatever.
just so many people are. I think the thing is, so many people have put a lot of effort into it, and they're jaded on Twitter, so it's tough for them to discuss it any other way. And like I said, again, it's healthy jealousy, but it's still jealousy at the end of the day that these guys just don't care enough to go there. That's going to piss people off, and they're not going to argue any other way than they're wrong, because in their mind they're like, dude, I put in all this effort and I can't get there. They get there, and then they at the finish line say I'm good, I don't even want to coin flip if I can win. I just don't care. And that's going to tick people off. I mean, it is what it is. And unfortunately, as frustrating as this is, at the end of the day, this is the truth, and it sucks to hear for a lot of people who are arguing with you on Twitter. It is their right under the way Riot built this system to do what they're doing.
Yep, entirely.
They're totally fine living their life. And also, honestly, the fact that it was changed late, that is the thing that all of this keeps sitting on.
Yep.
That destroys it all for people being like, you guys just don't care. It's like, bro, if that wedding means something to them, they're going to go to it. Bro's 29. 29-year-olds aren't at the age where it is so hard at 29 to keep sacrificing.
Yeah.
Golfers, Broadway, anything, doesn't matter. All the arguments you gave, 29 is where a lot of people do start to sit down and go, is what I'm doing worth it?
Biological
clock. You need
clock
somebody
starts
there
ticking.
to push you. Yeah,
you
need somebody to push you if you want to keep going.
For those that aren't 30 in the space, I'll warn you fucking now. The second you turn 30, you start thinking about, if family is a priority for you at any point in life, you start thinking immediately.
Shoot, at 25, I started feeling pressure.
I'm 30.
Like, it's
I'm
hard not
31
to
now.
ignore it.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
like
I'm
I'm
27
feeling
now,
the clock.
and I have the kid in the house. You know, I chilled out. But at 25, I was debating because my wife was 27 or 28. I was like, man, I don't know. Like, she would say things, and I'd be like, maybe this is chill to just chill out and let it be, because it is what happens. And Stunt is at that age where he's 29. Like, you're gonna be sitting there going, man, I would like to go do my own stuff. Like, I would just like to go chill for a little. And I'd like to go see the things I missed. You know, he's played a lot of Pro League. He's probably missed weddings before, and this is his opportunity to not miss one. And that's what he chose. I mean, and everyone can remember they can, like, if they want to, they can play with Cody-san.
Yeah.
If they really want to compete and try to get there, but they're choosing not to.
Well, no, they
I'm not
apparently
gonna
are.
fully blame that guy.
They apparently are. They're playing with Cody's son. Reportedly.
Oh, they're playing with
Mhm.
Cody-san?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Then let them do it. Like, at the end of the day,
Yeah.
it's just like, come on, man.
My biggest thing is just
Also,
play.
they chose to play with him.
My,
They must have known his opinion.
yeah. I mean,
But yeah, I get what you mean.
I get all these points. I 100% agree that's their choice. Like at the end of the day, I might be frustrated with it. It's their choice. If they're gonna do it, they're gonna do it. If not, it is what it is. Like,
Yeah.
I just don't think it's about like regardless. Understanding that Riot's the ultimate one to blame here. All the stories that we're hearing about people's intent in the space just bothers me. That's it.
Yeah.
You want to play in something that you don't really care about all that much, go play in the rec leagues. Speaking as somebody who plays in the fucking rec leagues.
Yeah. 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 I mean, the thing is too, like, if he can keep getting away with it, you know he's gonna keep doing it.
Yep. Why wouldn't you? For $2,000? Until
Yeah.
Riot like actually like,
And whatever he makes streaming.
yeah. I don't know.
I mean, I can't blame him. But it is, yeah, it's tough. I
It's-
mean, I say the age thing because I'm just saying it from our perspective. Like, you and I both know when you feel like you're starting to miss out on things in life and you need to get your back, like get back kind of, you're gonna start going to those things. And I know it's rough.
Dude, don't get me started on like praying that something changes at work for me to be able to start trying to have a kid. Don't even get me started. Oh
Yeah.
God, the economy just goes to shit the second I say, hey, now might be the time. Great,
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Azael
It's tough.
announcing hit. By the way, congrats to Azael and his wife who are going to be having their baby here in the upcoming
Oh,
days.
they are?
Yeah,
That's
they
sick.
are. That I saw that too, and I was like, fuck, please, can I catch a break? I need a break, please.
You wait until I'm pushing on baby number 2, just hitting you
Oh,
with more
dude,
baby photos. I sent you that Daisy Duck one, right? Her
Yep.
meeting Daisy Duck.
Yep.
I'm just trying to get you to be like, maybe I do need one. That's
Oh,
all I'm trying to
I
do.
mean, I'll
I know.
publicly
I know
right now.
you are.
I want a kid so bad.
Yeah,
I need a raise at work.
that's fair.
I need a raise. I need a promotion. Not
That
just
is
like a
fair.
raise. I need a promotion because I'm
Yeah.
at that time been in my role for 4 years. Need a promotion.
Yep.
I get that, and we already said the second I get it, Emily can go off the pill immediately.
Yeah.
Like that's
Dude,
our
they
that's
are.
our
It's
agreement.
wild too. I feel like kids somehow they just like I don't know what it is, but there's like I know people have a pressure, but it does feel like they take the pressure off you too though.
Yeah.
Because you just know like your kid will love you no matter where you take them. So like you lock in because you feel like you need to give them the best life, but at the same time you know like even if you fail, they're just going to look at you and be like, "Bro, this world's so cool. Did you see the $5 meal deal at McDonald's?" And you're like, "Yeah, it's pretty sick." And they're like, "Dude, rocks really good." You could move into the grandparents' house, have completely failed, and they're like, "I see my grandma every day. Life rocks." Like they're like, "This is so cool." And you're like, "Yup, Yeah, while you're just slowly like wasting away.
Yep.
This is a nice part of them.
Yep.
They're pretty top notch.
Don't gotta convince me. I'm
Yep,
all in whenever
they're cooking.
we move here.
Yep.
Right.
All right, it's time for me to eat some toast.
And it's time for me to let the dogs out for a walk. Final score prediction. I just want to see if I changed your opinion at all. Final score prediction for
Three.
FlyQuest 100 Thieves.
Oh, okay, yeah. For
Assuming
100
it
Thieves, it's 3-0 over VKS.
Yep.
And then for FlyQuest, I'm going 3-1 Fly. I think they pick off a game and people think it's going to get real, and then reality strikes.
I'm saying 3-2, 100 Thieves over FlyQuest. And in accordance with the title of this video, and it'll be the perfect way to close it, I'm predicting that this will be the last ever. Oh, well, no, I guess the LTA championship would still exist technically, because they would come together still at the end of the year, and it would be called the LTA as like a combined thing. I'm saying that the LCS is going to be back officially by the time we do this next podcast.